really appreciate it. So this video is about safety. I want to talk to you about 3 different parts to the safety thing. Swiping. If they have less than 2 pictures, especially if they only have 1 picture, I'm not buying it. I'm gonna say swipe left, because if all their pictures look too good to be true, they probably are. None of us are perfect. If all their pictures are group pictures, aka you cannot tell who is the person, all I gotta say is it's gonna be really awkward to ask them, so which one are you? Read their bio. In my experience, people with rude or degrading bios are actually that rude. If people's private parts are visible in their pictures, I mean, like, first of all, why is that allowed? I'm not really sure. But second of all, no. Your messaging. How comfortable does someone's first message make you feel? If I'm feeling uncomfortable, I usually stop talking to them and I unmatch them. Sometimes I keep talking to them, but usually that makes me feel pretty crappy about myself. If someone messages you and says, hey, you tryna? Well, are you tryna? Because if you're not, I would say unmatch them, because you know that's obviously what they're looking for. If you're having doubts if someone's actually real, I typically just ask them, are you real? And if they get really defensive and or unmatch you, they're probably not real. You could also ask for a second form of identification. I'm not talking about like your social security number. I'm more talking about like Instagram, Snapchat, or a phone number. I personally hate asking for people's Snapchat. Usually I just ask for people's Instagrams because I feel like you have the free will to go in there and look at their profile. But if you're feeling really bold, which I sometimes am, I'll just ask for their number. And then I will FaceTime them, and if they don't answer,
we're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
That's a red flag to me, but if they do, it's usually a pretty good sign, because then I can see what they look like for real. Trying to hang. Please tell somebody, your friend, your parent, your sibling, tell them that you're going somewhere with this person and send them your location. If you can, meet in a freaking public place. Por favor. Because it's public and people can see you, you know? If it's not going to be a public place, still tell your friends where you're going. Still send them your location. Maybe even send them the person's name. And give yourself a pep talk, because if you feel uncomfortable at any point, do not feel obligated to stay. Do not. Now, I recognize it could be very awkward to have to leave. You just have to walk and don't look back. Don't send people money, ever. Don't. Be skeptical if you've been texting someone for like weeks. I mean, unless you're looking for a pen pal. But if you haven't hung out, what's the reasoning for that? If you are nervous about someone's height, whether it might be that they're a lot shorter or a lot taller than you, just ask them. Just do it. So yeah, I got catfished a few years ago and it was pretty bad, but I was dumb. Tune in next week to hear that story. That's a good one.